while the dust from the unpaved road settles into my shoes and the songs and dances of my Haitian friends live on in my heart, I will tell you the story of my first trip to Haiti. As we traveled through our small village and beyond its borders, I kept noticing something over and over again. The human touch is incredibly strong here. You see it in the schoolyard with children who are not related to one another. You see it in the teenage boys who walk arm in arm while they stroll down the road. When they sit down to join you in conversation or to look at photos, they sit right next to you. It is very comforting. One particular instance really struck me when it happened, and I treasure this memory. While visiting one of the homes, about a 20-minute walk from the school, we stopped to visit and take some photographs. As was often the case in Haiti, it was an incredibly hot day. We were all feeling the heat and perspiring profusely. As I readied my camera to get another beautiful shot of our new friends, one young man, about 20 years old, came right over and ever so gently wiped the perspiration from his friend's forehead, face, and cheeks with his bare hand. A simple, compassionate gesture that has been etched in my mind and that I will remember for a long, long time to come. In our society, we often are so wrapped up in our busy day-to-day lives that we forget the incredible importance of physical human contact with one another. Life in rural Haiti is not filled with long, lazy summer days. Their day-to-day existence is filled with very labor-intensive chores, such as farming big plots of corn, mangoes, different kinds of potatoes with nothing but hand tools. They are out seen sweeping their dirt yards to keep them nice and neat, walking to the well to refill their 5-gallon buckets, which they often balance on their heads while returning home, over rocks, up hills, perfectly balanced. Preparing and cooking their food takes many hours as there is no electricity in any of the small cinder block homes. Fires are built in the 95-degree heat to prepare their meals. Most of the homes we observed on our travels were between 150 and 200 square feet. This is a tiny, tiny house. Sometimes there would be a family of 5 or 6 living there in that neat little home. Some people farm, some keep animals such as goats or pigs. The animals are allowed to forage along the roads during the day, eating anything that they can possibly find for food, and then are gathered up at night to be put into a fenced area. When people travel into the bigger towns to purchase merchandise or food to resell from their roadside stands, they often have to hire a local taxi service in the form of a motorcycle or a scooter. Oftentimes we would see 2 to 4 adults with bags of grain or children all squeezed onto a small motorcycle, going back and forth from the city to the village and the village to the city. It's an incredibly busy place, very colorful, wonderful people, wonderful new friends that we made. The opportunity to visit the amazing country and people of Haiti came about rather unexpectedly for me. I am most grateful to have had the chance to travel there and can hardly imagine that my next visit will not happen for a whole year. I hope I can wait that long.